It's really only a matter of time before Ant Edwards completely takes over this league, I ain't gonna lie. Now, Minnesota is tough, gotten off to a great start, mainly due to their magnificent defense. But Ant Edwards is the franchise, and I think he's capable of taking them extremely far. Ant-Man is truly a generational athlete. If he ain't the best in the league, then he is very high up on the list, indubitably. He is a specimen. He's got one of the craziest first steps I've ever seen. With his speed, he is always a threat to just go right by you. But he's also very strong and physical. The boy a ox for real. He really embraces contact, including initiating it. Here giving Sarge the little excuse me. Now this play is so basic, but it puts everything on display. You see the speed in the burst, but peep how he absorbed this little bump and don't get knocked off his course really at all. But there's a few things I want to call to attention from Ant. First being his proclivity to go for the 2-foot finish, helping fight through that contact, as well as granting him a lot more control to glide through the air and adjust accordingly. Second is how good he is at just attacking defenders. Now, it can just be using someone's momentum against him or using his fantastic pump fake in attacking closeouts. Now, it's his abilities as a shot maker as to why teams close out so hard to him in the first place. He's becoming a real 3-level scorer. It's a smaller sample size from this year, obviously, but his mid-range frequency and actual percentage has risen each of his 4 years. He gets some of this off the pick and roll, showing the maturation in his game, snaking pick and rolls, taking his time, picking spots and knocking shots down. But Ant is truly marvelous at creating separation with a whole lot of moves in the Duffy. Here you see him fighting the hands, going to a kind of hang dribble to shed Steph. Ooh, but the bag work is there. With the go-to on the sides up being the between the legs, often paired with the step back that I'll touch more on later. But creating off the dribble from 3 is very important as well. And for Ant, he is very capable. He's more than willing to put shots up, especially in heat check situations. And with his quick and super high release, getting those shots up ain't never a struggle. To get back to the step back, it's a frequent move for him to go to. But from 3, he will also give you a slight Lil Tatum sidestep. Real quick, I really like Ant shooting off the catch. Now Ant being off ball not only presents the defense with something different, but he's actually being great there so far this year. 44% on 2 attempts is definitely reason to further increase the frequency in my humble opinion. And I'd truly be ashamed of myself if I ain't speak on Ant's passing, cause he's also made great strides in these regards. First and foremost, teams respect Ant and his scoring abilities. You can just see the attention he draws as he spans off this screen. Everybody is ball watching. Luka's all the way down on the block in help, allowing for Ant to swing an on-point pass to the weak corner. And firing darts to the weak side like this is something that Ant has become really good at doing. You'll often see him eyeing down that backside help defender, who's usually just trying to take away a diver, and Ant immediately fires the pass once he sees him bite down the help. But having shooting bigs like Cat and Nas Reed allow for the pick and pop game to get going as well. Seeing Ant continuously develop here is great, as it further expands the ways he's able to impact games. Everybody already understands what he can do as a scorer, but the next step is making them feel you as an overall playmaker. And boy, Ant is on his way there. And very quickly before I close, defense. Now Minnesota has a great defense. Rudy, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Jaden McDaniels, those guys are the ones. But Ant is intriguing there as well. Now overall, I would still just say he's alright. But the tools that have been spoken on throughout this whole vid will show themselves at points. You got the athleticism to go get some crazy blocks, or to take some cookies in passing lanes. But when Anthony Edwards is locked in, bro, he can sit on about any perimeter player the game has to offer. He's great moving laterally, super quick, But at the same time, he is patient, I guess I'd say. He don't really bite on too much. Only really sliding feet once you declare direction. Hearing that with his quick hands, he can make a lot of things happen. And he's a stout guy, so it's hard to just move him off the spot. But like I have said, overall, I personally just say he cool. And most of the time, it is how he'll literally sit down on defense that'll get him blown by. But nonetheless, the tools to truly be elite are there. But combining his offensive load with how many other great perimeter defenders they already have on the roster, I doubt he'll ever be some true defensive stopper. Real quick, to just clarify what I meant with that, I don't see him serving that Jaden McDaniels role of chasing around the best guy for 35 plus minutes a game, basically. Yeah though, Slim, Anthony Edwards is amazing. It's obviously his game, but his mentality is also clearly different from most guys as well. He is a dog that don't duck no smoke, and you couldn't ask for anything more from your franchise guy. With him just recently turning 22, this is somebody who's gonna be wreaking havoc at the top of the league for a very long time. I do hope y'all enjoyed this one. If you made it all the way to the end, appreciate that for sure. But y'all go ahead, like, comment any thoughts that you got. We can go ahead and have some ant discourse. Make sure y'all subscribe, and I'm gonna see y'all soon in the next one.